Hello, hello. Welcome again to another Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright stream. We are continuing the post-game of the first game once more. That trial is something. I'm only on day number 2. So let's get this started. This is after the trial, huh? Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there? Pretty much. Except today, we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently, she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn the shroud on, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hold up, partner. Oh god. They say you show a red cloth to a bull. Fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall. Thought I'd come take a look to see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home range locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip up, huh? What's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have really been on edge. Don't you got enough jealous of your mansion? No, not really. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have to do with anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now that just don't beat it at all. Huh? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? The award ceremony? Afternoon. Edgeworth's seen it too, I reckon. I don't know what you mean by not really, by the way. What is that? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up some fine ribs. Woo-wee. Okay. Courtroom 9? I'll work it. Yeah, 5-minute break, that's right. I'd like to resume? What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more that your eyes are unfocused, you're doubled over, and your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. Seems our prosecutor is quite besides himself. Excuse me, knock knock? Who's there? Oh! Whoa, whoa! Who are you? What's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Who are you? Hey! The temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? Oh, it's you. You gonna say something? Oh, sorry I'm late, Edgy. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, Edgy. How you been? So much these days? Oh, whoa. Oh, I've been so busy. Busy smidgy, Edgy. My boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Uji. Seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. I'm sorry, but who are you? Haha! So you're Raito, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Huh? Oh, thanks? I'm so sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go to swim together sometime. Jolly. Little worthy? Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Yeah. Name's Gant. Demon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy, you see. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Mr. Star wasn't just saying things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. To think it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less. Should maybe add a little deep into his voice. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. Oh, what's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there, Miles Edgeworth? That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Edgeworth at a lost words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Ugh. The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at this blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor. I don't see an iron. Could you open it for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think we all do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Oh yeah, button! Ah, don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And it's dark red stained. What? Found at the scene of the crime, wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. Terribly sorry, but can I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure thing. Not even a little one, really. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. The detective was killed at the police department, you see. What a mess. Time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush, Uji. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Thanks for the follow, NavTuber. I hope you are enjoying this stream, and I hope I said your name right. Please let me know if I said it wrong, and I will correct myself. Order. Anyway, we were at the department when all flustered, as you might have assumed. We were in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright? 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Alright, let's begin. Excuse me. Special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. I thought special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Righto. I can't say that now. Not that. What established the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? It's quite the mystery. And a mystery? It's wrapped in something. A muffler. And this knife was found at the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on in the department that I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, right? Righto. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think that perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting a piece of evidence that had me stumped all this time. So, how are things at the department? So it's obvious that that's what we need to do, but I want to read more. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Sharp. Hungry. So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy with Alana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Uji? I'm at a loss for words. And for the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto? I suppose I could help, if you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. That's crazy. So he was killed 5:15. He was killed 5:15. He was murdered in the police department. There was a knife. How was he killed? Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we were in the force called a stabbing. With a knife. A knife? It's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. It seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. Time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? 5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? Murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling. Let's say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand? I don't understand, Righto. Well, you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Whenever is the better find to get to the bottom of this. Two detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office, one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? Better check this knife out. Alright, so I've gotten pretty far into this already, so let me just... Small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. DO6. Maybe it's a case number? That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't long ago either. So SL92. Is it this? This one looks like a code. Wait a second. At last, an honest to goodness objection. This knife has to be something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? An honest to goodness, what do you mean? From Edgy. This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s. 12, 2? Your Honor, it's upside down. What? Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around, what do you get? Oh, I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. So 9. That's the same thing written on this next tag. Order, order. Well, Chief? Ah, well. I guess the cat's in the bag. You win, Righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice. Good show, Little Worthy. It was a little murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a long case. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. It was found in the exhaust pipe of Edward's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Stolen what? Stolen. Solved. I don't know why I clicked that again. Muffler? No. No. I'm not seeing what the connection is here. Okay, that's the last word. You can't say it's connected if this is right here. Well, it's not officially linked. Okay, that's not that. Let me read this again. Stolen, murder weapon, case solved, stolen thing, murder. Police department. Didn't ask. Killed. He was arrested. Victim was found. Can't see from the corpse was found. Evidence room at the police department. Evidence room. Evidence room. Mention that tenants right now. Huh. There's a connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy. We just got handed our ticket to go to the count of the case. Chief, the defense position is simply this. The connection between these two cases have already been proven. You don't say. Well, Alfred, right? What's your connection? Yes, I was, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. We also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be coincidence. You gonna say something, buddy? You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to figure out what you just used right here. Chief, I request that you release information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure! Why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't remember the name of the victim at the department, okay? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, case revision is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well. Guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Okay. How about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. Let me take a calculator on ID number, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842. Ain't no way! Ain't no way! Well, that's quite long. We have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 8, 2... I can't do it. You didn't even get to the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? How do you remember the victim at the police department? This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? Has to be what I think it is. But what does it mean? Let's hear the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the magistrate. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? It's this guy.
Take that.
Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just... I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns a-blazing like you always do. The police department and the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Rido. Top personnel IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number we just heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I've forgotten. You didn't get the first number right again! The number the chief of the police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective who killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, righto. Sharp as a tack. Wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. And yet, Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time? In a completely different location? Order. Chief, what does this mean? No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine. But I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Now, which is the second worthy? No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error, Mr. Edgeworth. They're yours. What? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news? Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! Excuse me! Is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premise? I'm here, sir, at the presence of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir. You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. It's your officer. He told me. He said the report had nothing to do with the Line of Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right here in the top of the report. Ugh. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if the officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But, sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... Yeah? No such a luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say unworthy? What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Oh, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, rule number 2. Unregistered evidence must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submitted a list of evidence used to be used in the court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven into court. The connection was just proven by Raito over there. Good job, Raito, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No. It seems we have come to an end of this trial. Now you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You were just even the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. It's the last thing I do. You'd better get this results this time. Really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an area of this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution is requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Hey, Reina! How are you doing today? Very well. Court is adjourned. Another to be continued. I stopped at a really funny time then, huh? Sorry you're late? You don't have to be. I don't mind, as long as... I'm glad you're here regardless, you know? Back at the office. Mr. Wright, so... What's going on with the case anyways? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and in the police department's evidence room. What's with this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. I thought she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with us. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove to these thick room glasses of my art just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. I didn't even get to say where I was going. Okay. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Huh? Yeah, it was only our victim was killed in their office evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. My sister erasing evidence of the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in the oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is... luminol testing fluid. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done these tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? Oh god, I'm red now. The way you thought you were done with the game and there's a new episode? Yeah. You got here quite fast. I'm proud of you. Speaking of, I'm surprised you're in the stream, considering you're on the same trial. Wouldn't that be spoiling you? To test for a blood reaction, just let the luminol on. Like this, see? Press enter to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains. The A button. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So is this a bloodstain? It's so... ugh. Emma, you're shaking. It's just... this is my first time seeing real blood. You're gonna let yourself get spoiled because like my streams? That's a real big, I'm flattered. Thank you. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, you definitely know this is a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd, scientifically speaking, of course? What is odd about this, scientifically? I'd say the amount of blood, yeah. The perpetrator and the Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, had to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a bloodstain, okay? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. What? Can't be sure the police reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with the review of the case. Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah. Feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on everything suspicious. Ha! Oh, it's you again. I wonder how that fluid of yours will react to a nice deli box. A star. You only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. Fish. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead. It doesn't get my mouth watering. Hi, welcome back. You certainly took me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that sound convincing wasn't enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry, you lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed when the events was from different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. Now this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes. It was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hard the criminal when faced with me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day, I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. Before long, they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go? Or fired? It's all because of that case. The SL9 and... Oh, boy. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... What do you think about this? The SL9 incident? It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head of the detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day Goodman was killed. As I suspected. SL9 isn't over yet. Not yet. What is this? The Deal 6 incident? Come on now. Do you think you can tell us more about the SL9 incident? Hey, you want to tell us about this thing? If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the chain link fence in an attempt to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The whole of my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago. It was the biggest case I'd ever handled. Oh hey, it's the cowboy! The police and prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So, they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Oh, executed. Huh? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence. A sort. Made up evidence. What? What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved in the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself, and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly. Detective Jake But what about Goodman? Oops, I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then, it was over. He was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9. There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I come to lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have, anyways? Just all the detectives of SO9 has disappeared. We find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie. What? Seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yeah? Then you should take this. Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Miss Starr? Officer Marshall, is he or are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now, he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Well, thank you. I have to examine now. How do we know she didn't put a camera in the lunchbox? That's a good question. Let's look at it. She did mention that before, yeah. She brought up like a camera in one of her like boxes, like her purse. Wow, my mouth is watering. I can almost hear the sound of steaks frying on the grill. No doubt it's all cold and tough by now. No, I'm sure it's delicious. Miss Starr poured her heart into making this. So long as you didn't put any other organs in there. Let's see. Ingredients, meat. She must mean beef. She probably just wrote it generically. Yeah, let's hope so. Of course, as a scientist, I have to check what additive she used. Go to town. Huh? It says here, hours of sweat and labor. So that's why the sauce is so salty. There's nothing here. Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Don't tell me that you bring this with you everywhere you go. Well, you never know what something might go down. What kind of world do you think we live in? Oh yeah, I have a spray button. Woo! So like, yeah, this is the crime scene. There should be more. Move, please. Thank you. Oh! Blood must be from Lana. No, my sister isn't a murderer. But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? And her right hand has bandages. Hey, just whose side are you on? It's nothing to do with taking sides. So this means that Lana's hand has blood on it. This just keeps getting worse. Nothing here. Wrong one. Okay, so blood there, blood there. Prosecutor's office. Well, this place is as classy as today as it was yesterday. And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edward's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. Goodbye, Edgeworth. He's probably here. It seemed busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. Suppose it makes sense. The detective did get killed here after all. So the evidence room. Scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got from the front desk. Here it is. Just like a kid at the amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Are we allowed to do that? Oh, I guess we are. Oh, everyone looks deadly serious in here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. Ugh, makes my head hurt. Well, first things first. Let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess it up, or we can wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. You know, for a defense attorney, he sure does do a lot of investigating. Oh, hello. What is with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room? The scene of the crime? Sure seems that way. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle cacti, stay out of the desert. All I know is if this is the guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Well, he's not here, so... This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please! Huh? Wasn't that... One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's not the time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchline. Oh, you mean one of those... These? Actually, it's not for sale. I wish they had to put a hat in the head of the cactus. It'd be funny. I would like to see a head honcho cactus, too. That was a good point. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. That's not the time for despair. We've caught a criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing at the police department evidence room, right, pal? Yeah. Is the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal. All I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly. Give him the same. Give him the fucking steak. Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figured he's down there having a good cry. Later. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. I wasn't paying attention. Let's go. Oh, well, he did say detention center. That's fair. Still, I do feel better about things a little. I mean, they caught who stabbed Detective Guzman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Let's not go too far down the rabbit hole right now. Things will get confusing. My ears? What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Is it Meekins? Yeah, it's Meekins. Oh, hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Officer Meekins, you're a guard here at the detention center. No, sir, I'm not lost, sir. Oh. I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman. Like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report. No, sir. How should I say this? Wait, he isn't, is he? You, Officer Meekins. You didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. How are you? What? Sir, I'm a patrolman of General Affairs, sir! Sir! Ow, I hear you just fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir. So I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir. Because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer is none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Rip my ears, he keeps buzzing that stuff. Then, sir, I happened on the glance of the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. Suspicious person in the evidence room. Suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. Yeah, oh my god. What the heck is this guy doing? Is he okay? What is he doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. When I came to, I was here, in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Is there supposed to be a connection here? You have another similarity between the case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. Please stop, and you stop blasting that fucking air horn. Well, microphone. Oh, stop. If you had to live with me as a perpetrator or victim, sir, then let me be a victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention. And alive and well, at that. Well, yeah, that's true, sir. I suppose you can say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. Please stop. So you didn't know him. Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of stabbing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Please stop banging that noise. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, there's nothing I could do. Nothing you could do. Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were, huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. All alone, because this Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. You know how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. You know anything about this, buddy? No? Okay. This is for you. I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay, I just wanted you to take a look at it. That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. I was an apple, sir, in my dream, and I was being peeled. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Alright. Let's see if he can understand anything. What about this? Do you think you can take a look at this? Hey, that's it, sir. That's it. That's it! That's what? My head was blank until this very moment. But now, sir, I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card! That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Please stop buzzing that in my ear. I'm begging you. Nothing can be more sir exact. Sir, nothing. I'd better pry into this one more deeper. I hope he isn't putting an act like the Polly's Taker. Somehow, I feel like this is actually just him. Can you tell me what it is that you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost patrolman. A little lost limb, if you will. I didn't know Detective Goodman is in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room. I asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. So I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show you his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. He suddenly pointed a knife at me. Please stop screaming at me. You're not begging you. What? Sir, as I assure you, as I was frustrated as you were right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him. Doesn't his hand hurt when he smacks it? I hope it does. I hope it does. Because he's hurting me right now. Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's word, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I woke, I was here. Alright. So, Officer Meekins, why was that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim, who he had met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing that the victim was really the victim. And that this body just disappeared from the evidence room. We don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir! That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here. They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, on that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the evidence clearly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. Oh, stop doing that. The crime! My crime! The crime I stored a stamp out! It's there! It's me on tape! And you waited till now just to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. Oh, thanks. I have my own. Well, I guess go check out the crime scene. Well, now I can move over there. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives' desk. It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all, You know what it means when there's anything missing. Sure, it's almost likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers. Lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under a seat cushion behind this computer monitor, but inside the personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The chief of the detectives looks a little flustered. Haha, right on, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Oh my god! Is Edwards gonna be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yeah, well, they've had no trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having the top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, righto? Hi, Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in the court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they just about do anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what they might inquiry decides, it could be bad for Worthy. Oh, what? It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf, too, I mean. They're being the prosecutors, I mean. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, righto. I can't give our secrets away just like that. And this part in particular, well, it's a little sensitive. I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyways. You know, one thing I hate about all this hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job keeping the chief of detectives' traps shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Whoops! There was each one of the chief detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Look at my lawyer's badge. Okay, so... it seems I need to keep talking to him. You have nothing to say to me, huh? You have nothing to say to me, huh? Ooh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Oh, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Shouldn't look at the security footage? Well, I want to, but no one's there, which is kind of the problem. So I figured that I'm missing something still. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here. Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Detective Goodman lose something. The day on is February 21. Better make note of that just in case. Should really get back to investigating the police on the crime scene. Can I go now? Can I go now? Can I? Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of here. Wow, if only I could do that. Hat. Yipes, these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell, spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. Kinda fucked up to say about your sister. I'm not too sure I see the resemblance. It's more of an attitude thing than a physical similarity. You know, I clicked on the hat, and it just did that instead. The swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. Can't even get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch. This would be more of a yarg myself. What is it? What? Look, on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. Well, the lasso missed. You sure have an active-ass imagination. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I need someone's permission to go in there first. And he's not here. Open up. There's a security guard uniform hanging in here. You call that a security? You call that a uniform? Yeah, I'm a Phoenix on this one. Looks more like a costume than a uniform. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A ponchi? A poncho. It's a poncho. I know, a poochie. Wait, maybe that was in it. It's a poncho. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Yeah, I can't access this area yet. Maybe I give this to you. It's new information after all. Okay, she doesn't care. What if I gave this to you? You wanna say me something? Okay. Hedriff's still not here. Do I have to keep talking to this creature? Hey, look at this thing I found. You are imposing. Detective desks. One of the detectives, one of himself. Cassette tape. What are you good? Blue Badger. This is the police mascot, is it? It's Blue Badger, the future star of the police force. The design's a little changed from the one outside. Ah, well, the dancing Blue Badger is still under development, you see. You have it trademarked? Absolutely. It's cutting-edge stuff. Very now. I showed this doll here to my daughter and she burst into tears. Don't show her the one mock-up outside then. It'll give her nightmares. Okay, so I am now missing something. I just don't know what. Mr. Wright, you know the one... Oh, we're not doing this one again. It's the panda stuff. Blue Badger? It's given the benefit that I don't say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel like he's gonna do something naughty. I'm missing something here. I'm sorry, I don't know. Well, that's 20 for the left, but nowhere near that for the right. Get glasses, officer. That wasn't a salute. It was an eye test. They make a good pair. What? What are they talking about? Help me out here, Edgeworth. There's a business of him not reading the officer's report about the killing of the police department, right? The chief of the police was right about that, but I can't help but think someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. Breeze? Oh, hey! How are you? Where should we begin? Oh, isn't this obvious? We should begin with that, you know, theft thing. The mystery of the victim, I guess. How could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in two places simultaneously? Oh, well, you see. She go to the police department. The evidence room, was it? I'm not being useful here, am I? You just watched Superman? How was it? I actually just watched, The Bad Guys 2 yesterday. It's actually a pretty decent movie. Please let me in. Very fresh. I'm glad to hear it. Salisbury steak. I'm a spray. Yeah, well, I figured this was the case. This was also a murder room. Maybe ice spray some sparks too? They shouldn't have given me this. I'm having too much fun with it. Surely it wouldn't be used for just one room. Let me talk to Meekins again. Let's see if there's anything new. Meekins, you're useless. I'm going to spray Edgeworth's room. Huh? Huh? Do I have to find Gumshoe? Maybe? I don't know. Also, hello, Debo. How are you doing? Looks like someone dripped blood down here. Judging by the amount, I guess it's from a nosebleed. A nosebleed, Maybe in his wrath? Maybe Mr. Edgeworth slapped someone from their incompetence. Why does Detective Gumshoe's face come to mind? Hurting because of physical therapy? Cope? Hope you feel better soon? Okay, well, there's a blood stain here for some reason. That's fine. Maybe I'm missing something here. Figured I wouldn't. I am now in a very funny position, because I don't know what I'm doing. Oh. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day when Ryder would ask for me help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Can you stop doing that? Can you stop? Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all. my bad. Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Kinda. Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So, go ahead. Investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. You know, it never goes to show. You never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey! This is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir, it's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. I love it when I'm missing something, because I forgot to check. It looks pretty cool on my laptop, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir. Because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Oh yeah, I can finally go into. I can finally go in now. Let me in. Let me. It seems that I'm not good at reading. Or am I? Where'd you go? Hi, Meegans. Can I get some help again? Alright, you're no help. He gave me an ID. He said I can go in. I think it's... Oh, it's one of these situations. Let me just... Okay. Entry on this door. We have the key card. We just walk in. It won't open. Aha, card reader's turned off. What's the security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my bambino sky so gray? Welcome back. Hi. Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? What's with that? Why does it have to be him? As you may have surmised, here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeah! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what do you stand around for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions? Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with your hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us, hombres. Hey, what if I gave you a steak? That smell. Haha. Reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall? You're from Texas? No. I just saw a special on television the other day. Is it from my baby? Oh. Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What's this? Oh, what's wrong? Celeste lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Here you go. Alright, Bambina. You win. Ask me anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. What's good, homie? Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins of the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy? Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when Wonder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway in the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyway. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take the machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Miss Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in the prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambino. Anyways, the case is officially dead as of 2 years ago. 2 days ago. The day of our case. That's right. The evidence transfers. Edgeworth was talking about the transfers too. I know maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambino, these machines, well, I like them much as like my stewed cauliflower with my steaks. So, none. The easiest ones to understand here are these security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus, the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID that passes through. Okay, so... there's Detective Goodman's right there. I can notice that. I don't know who 8, 7, and 4, 9 are. Hey, I see that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambino, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Ray, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Oh well. Sorry, but can you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We only keep evidence from the solved cases in this room. I kept someone under this presiding detective's supervision for 2 years, so we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault in the country sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. Huh. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be investigated. And that happened to the SO9 2 days ago. Anyways, here's Detective Goodman's ID. See this? This is the victim's ID card. The one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is blah blah blah. Officer Marshall, show us the ID card report again. Look, the fourth number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Beacon say? If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card report card. Thank you! I guess we're going to the evidence room now. Evidence room. Quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room. It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to be have grass and trees. It feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Gumshoe. Whoa. Oh. Did you just slap him? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't go recommend smacking ghosts in the head, pal. So is it true what I heard? Yeah, it's true. So Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of investigation for today. Just for today. I'm boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you want to have this. Evidence. Speaking of evidence, could you take a look at this? This is the ID card report of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. I heard the rumors, so it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? That second number. It's not your ID number, is it? To come true? Mr. Edgeworth. You want to ask for $50? I mean, shit. $50 would be nice. What? And the second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade note. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SLI connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was meant to be feared. But why would evidence from that case run up now? Well, I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Interesting. That's the victim, Detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax. It's only because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret number too. Scary, huh? My face should be ID enough. What's the word coming to? Detective Gumshoe rebel against the system. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're a boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're the boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's finding to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant, though. I'm gonna take control and put this case to rest. My own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course. I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this would be called fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL1 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end, Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, though. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my 3rd card since entering the force already. That's not anything you should be admitting. Sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand. Oh, you must mean your fingerprint. Exactly, pal. The lock for each finger's... The locker for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. It's funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is the sensor, and if the wrong person touches it... Oh my god, you get shot? What the oh my god. That's what happened. My hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. That was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? A serial killer. A serial killer? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab it. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right on the spotlight instead of the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transfer the other day. It was the last job we ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SO9 incident, see? So, the switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? This is my crowning achievement, my masterpiece, you might say. But art is always misunderstood, pal. Art? He was dancing proudly on the day of the word ceremony, but there were a lot of people coming and going after that ceremony. So they took the blue badger away from the wall. Really? Why? All they said was shameful or something like that. Shameful! I toiled night and day. I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe. But I can see why they moved it. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. Looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe they got caught with some sort of a case artist and he got away. It's one of those human profiles from range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Oh boy. Better him than us. This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. He won't open. Did you really think he would? Hey pal, security is high-tech around here. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is. Aw, don't say that! Ah, that's my personal pole. Never did get around to using it. Send a kiss to Sabrinoka, Nikki Mantrava, the Indias, Samurai Close, and Lucroft. I don't know them! Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal. That's the metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case on the Gourd Lake, remember? Alright, wow. That does feel like it was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before. So what, send? No. I'm no longer under obligation to kiss people like that anymore. I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweep. What? I'm sure it will come in handy to solving some case sooner or later. That cheap-looking box? They're drag streamers? I mean, good for them? I wish them well. I'm pretty sure they're doing better than me, but I would like to say good to them. Can't judge a person or machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. how nice of the game to just automatically do this for me. What is the saw and paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I noticed that there's a blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger. Well, you might say this is my studio. Here? In the evidence room? What? Hey, are we trying to ignore the, What's this? Blood? It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what are there other bloodstains left in the room? We should use the testing fluid to check it out. I mean, that was the plan. Oh, look, this one's open. And the red indicator lights above the door's lit. That locker's coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker? Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Such a gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. It's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever else broke. You wanna try putting it back together? Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around tuba glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Try putting the rest of it in place. Oh god, what did you just do to me? You can't do this to me! You can't do this to me! Oh, puzzles. I gotta find what matches. Yeah. Is it this one? Nope. What if I turn it? That was stupid of me even to do that. Come on now. It's not these pieces, that's for sure. Nope. I have a feeling it's this piece. I did say it was a feeling. It could be wrong. What? This is a big piece, so I think it's this one? Yeah. No, figured that was the case. Yeah, okay. What is this game doing to me? That worked? Okay. The last two pieces, sure. It's definitely this. No, this is the front. It can't be this, can it? It is that. Okay, I'm just stupid. We're missing a giant truck, though. Huh? Well, I think we did it. But some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that for 2 units myself. The problem is finishing it. Some pieces stolen? I thought they were missing to begin with. Still. It doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Someone left the glove here, but only one. The fuck, gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal. Make me out some kind of absent-minded detective. You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. What? Okay. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this while he plugged the door. It's insignificant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow 50 bucks from the chief. Where'd you get this, Emma? I always buy from the mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. Yeah! Yeah! I mean, obviously. I knew it. This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine. It's yours. Please. Is there a chance of running it out? I don't know, but I've sprayed this thing a lot. You have to help me. And then come take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down in the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. It was visible, so I'm not sure why I made a big deal out of it. But I guess the big clue is the fact that it's not his. All right. Meekins. Alright. Meekins is nothing. Sounds alright. Now, what about you? You probably got something to tell me about this. No? Okay. Maybe Edgeworth is home now? Nope, okay. No. Sir, I need your help. Okay, you're useless. Back in the adventure room. Could she tell you about the glove? You're so right. I kind of just, like, showed her a vase. There is a lot of back and forth in this game after all, so that makes sense. Glove? Yeah, she doesn't care about the glove. She doesn't care about this. I checked it before. None of this newfangled evidence makes her do anything. Alright. Just checking again. Can I talk to you again? Oh. Texas S911. And the piece of evidence from that case. Why did I give that a text? Confusing about that. You know any other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag. Zag? Is that a word? Do you challenge me? What, are we playing a word of game now? And I might as well just look at all the evidence. Hey, look, they're hard to make out, but there are some dark red stains here. Looks like blood. Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. It shows evidence in the SL9 incident. That might be when the blood got on though. Huh? This thing doesn't have a bottom. That's weird. Wonder which side is up. Better yet, what's the purpose of the bottomless jar? At least it doesn't collect dust inside, right? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, me too. Currently, I'm stumped, but I think I'll figure it out. Oh. There's something sticking out here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet the evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot, too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it in front of them, pal. Okay, so it was just that one. I thought I was cooking. I'm not cooking. That's the door we just came in through. Looks like you don't need an ID card to get out. I wonder what would happen if Officer Marshall cut the power while we were inside. Let's hope he remembers we're in here. I've talked to you. You had nothing to say to me. You're still not here. I guess I can show this guy this? I don't know if I did already. Nope. You were in this room, so tell me something, bro. You are useless. Okay, and this is also useless. Yeah. I'm running out of things to find. Did you know that I'm a lawyer? But what if I checked the plant? Charles, you know what? You know what? I haven't checked Charles. Let's go check Charles real quick. Uh-huh. I did this already. Let's go talk to the plant real quick. You know, the very good plant. Nia's plant, Charlie. I've been taking care of him in Maya's absence. He looks a little yellow. Huh? Oh. I watered him just now. I mixed in a lot. What did you do to him? What did you do to him? Mixed in what? Well, my very own scientific additive. Well, Charlie, you like it? I told you he's turning yellow. You're killing him. Stop. Wow, that's gore. That's gore of my comfort character. Charlie is guilty. Charlie is dying. Yeah, this is where he says this is Edgeworth's. Charlie is not guilty. I'm missing something, but I don't know how. What if I show you the What if I show you the I hate how you want Charlie to die, bro. Charlie is such a good person. I am so lost. Everyone's talked so much. Oh, wait a minute. Is this... Is it because I haven't... Please tell me that's not it. Please tell me that's not it. You sure have a lot of monitors in here. There's 8 cameras in the evidence room in all. One for each section. Which monitor shows the section where the crime took place? Why did cattle sit before the rain tower? It's not for a man to know. Unless you're the security guard responsible. Sir! 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 This guy's shirt's prickly, it must be real. You best keep your distance from Billy. Everyone names their plants. Best keep your distance from Billy there. You're liable to get hurt. Billy? The cactus has a name? Billy, you're wearing your cowboy hat on your hand. Ah, my rawhide cow skin 10-gallon hat. I just picked that up, but Billy took a fancy to it. Looks like he got stuck on the spines and he couldn't get it off. A leather jacket, leather pants, and leather... Those aren't pants. Those are chaps. Not the poncho up there. Aha, poncho. Sure looks cool, but the name's a little silly. Look on the floor, it's a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. I just roped me up a steer with this here lasso. What? It was a bellow on moo, pal, moo. Detective Guncho, I suppose. You and Emma are on the same page on the hat? Yeah, it's weird. Evan turns around that door. I turned on the card reader. Go have yourself a ball, partners. I have the ID card, a real ID card. Let's start missing stars already. So something tells me that whatever I'm doing, it's in here. So Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. At the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. So that actually had a response. I keep clicking this one as if I haven't done it like 17 times. That's the vote of Mr. Star took. And then can you tell us about it? That Miss Star is quite the lady. Why, I remember it was winter. I was 16. What? She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened. 16. That's how old I am now. I wonder what happened. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school too. Yeah. To my badge. I'm gonna cry. I think I found the last thing I needed. That must have been 1 mass of blood. I've never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien? This proves that something really happened in front of the locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Hey, pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to do? It's just that Mr. Edwards' inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to give him a report for the day. What the f... It might help, you know. Report? You mean on the note on the back in the back on the flyer? You want to say something about no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edwards we're talking about. I'm sure you can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. I love it how... I love it when I am always... It's happened multiple times. I'm always, like, one thing off from actually advancing the plot. It's so silly. I'm so silly. It's very sad how close I can get and be so far. What the fuck are you doing in here? Ah, guests. My apologies. Oh, it's you, bellboy. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? No. Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info's on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Hey, buddy! Hey, buddy! Hey, buddy! Alright, I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage. Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just for the incident court, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case wrapped up a half a year ago. He told me he wanted to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It had to be the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can you ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has something to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Screwdriver. Stubborn as always, I told you there's something to do with the current case. Don't care. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case if you cover over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about that case. Mr. Wright, make sure Edward just told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on, anyways? It seems that I have something I can bring here. Me when I stab you? It all has to do with that case you're on, the SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You were the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you this sooner or later. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Let's go! I think I unlocked more dialogue. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this as not a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there were some who believed that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still in the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by Chief of Police Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you, why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen him so out of sorts. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago, too, then. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you got nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why a deputy chief of police was investigation. In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blow would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't. Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I'll do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science... Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I was using this. Luminal testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for that. Oh my god! You have aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We were the enemy, you know. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... None need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Oh, my throat! Thank you so much. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint on somewhere. Oh, I love my back and forth. Where'd she go? I love my back and forth gameplay. Where did you go? Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Alright, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that helps behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. So, like, obviously, it's the thumb, right? Do we count a thumb as a finger? I guess we do. Okay, now the time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum power around. Huh? How do you do that? With the A button, see? Ah. Seems like it did the trick. The aluminum power adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow it away, the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With... I don't know what that button is. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow. That looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though. It's fun. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away on the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinter, Mr. Wright. You're best to give this a try. Oh, it's Y, okay. Aha, you did it. You found one. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this fingerprint was wearing gloves. Don't tell me we're wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for the other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Fingerprints outside the blood. Dusty dust. Well. Oh. Am I missing a spot? Don't do this to me, game. Yay, a print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyways, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth, and point out the person you think with these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means the prints probably don't have anything to do for our case. So whose fingerprints will we mostly find in this evidence locker? Hi, Gumshoe. Hi, Gumshoe. Hi, Gumshoe. Hi, Gumshoe. Hi, Gumshoe. Aha! So these prints belong to the Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what? Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. Gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. This is where we got our luminal fluid reaction, right? Right. There's a handprint here. Okay. Wanna try using this? There we go. Her eyes sparkling again. Okay, let's check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you something first. What? The area of blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding the chemical means. Any prints in the area will be wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyways, but we must try to prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the one left with a bloody hand. I guess that works. Alright, begin. Alright, game, you're being quite funny, game. That's enough out of you. You look like you did it. I guess that means Mr. Hatman did it. Hey, these fingerprints, they... Whose are they? Whose? Is this someone I know? It's Officer Marshall's. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? What the fuck? That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminal reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped bloodstain. But why would Officer Marshall... Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Oh, brother. I might as well keep going. February 24th at 9:41 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. So what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is confused as we are. How could you? Thank you for the hydrate and the stretch. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time, and a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We were just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So how'd it go? Says Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I stuck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana, don't tell me you. Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Sky. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're gonna accuse Mr. Marshall? We have to lay the cards bare down. Isn't that right, Miss Sky? Do what you have to, Mr. Wright. Oh, yes, it's time for court! Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Alana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... I'm afraid you have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room was just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edwards' car. Wow. This is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edwards apart. He sounds so on top of things. Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait? Very well. Let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call first your first witnesses on the day of the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? No. Not Mr. Meekins. Things are getting wide from the get-go. Hi, Meekins. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir. I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is, that'd be... Alright, that's going in the screenshots right there. That's a screenshot if I've ever seen one. That's a screenshot. So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill you again, sir. You gotta believe me, sir. Actually, what we'd like to hear from you is... Sir, I'm what you'd call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults possibly can't comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Help me, sir. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir. Give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order. Yes, sir. As you wish. After all, I am part of the generation that must be told what to do, sir. You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. He said, my profession is a murderer, sir. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed to the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. The face when he pounds his palm reminds me of my Uncle Gurning. Dog, he's certainly a silly character. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Do unto others what they do unto you. That is what the Meekins family motto, sir. I need him to stop using that fucking megaphone, dude, I swear. I seized. Then you fainted, and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with. Yeah, we don't need that. Let's start this right. Although someone... Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I am in charge of hiring new recruits. You're in charge of hiring new recruits? Yikes. Now that's a scary thought. That's what I'm saying! Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the chief detective, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. I see. Sounds like a very, important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were many people running around. That I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here on my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? There it is! I found it! This is the one right here! Can you please read us the number? Yes, sir. It is 498-9596. That's my number, sir. I see. Huh? But the number 498-5996 is shown as being used twice. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. I see, so it's on that second time. Yes, sir. That's when I spotted the man on the security screen. Nice. So you were attacked? Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir. A knife. Detective Goodman pulled out a knife on you? What happened then? Well, with me charging in on that, and like that, he would look surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person that someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. What? That's how I got this gash on my hand. Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be... When I saw the blood trickling down on my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. What exactly did you mean when you say you did it? I know I don't look like the type, but I'm fully into kung fu film, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. The knife from SL9? I'm going to assume so. He says it's the same knife when I showed it to him. The man let his guard down for an instant, so I snatched the knife from him. You took his knife? I spun around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. I see. He must have been desperate. Next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew, yes, he punched me right in the face, sir. About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Oh, alright. According to the report from the officer that woke him up, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain. That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered this. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir. The Blue Badger, sir. I returned them to the entrance before things got out of hand. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man that this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins? So go to that, sir. Take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir. The Chief? Delivered it? What is that? A videotape? Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room. You mean the thing I tried to get, it wouldn't let me get?
Objection!
What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape. And told it was been mistakenly erased. It's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Looks like the communication with the police department is good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Oh. Please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Oh, hi there. Holy shit, he actually stabbed him! Whoa, 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 whoa! Dog, if anyone should be dead, it's him! If anyone should be dead, it's that guy! Yeah, I have the same fucking opinion right now. Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? What the hell was that wiggling piece of plywood? Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. That is the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Yes, well anyway. This tape seems to be proof that Linus did indeed encounter, someone in the evidence room, and some sort of, activity did place. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins? The mascot hid his face? Yeah, I have more to say about that video than just the face. Yes, sir, as you wish, sir. His face can't be clearly seen in the video. But there is no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else unlocked it. I mean, he has a point. Let's try this by a fingerprint. Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each lock can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this exact cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I had to start. What contradictions? Tell me, were you able to get a look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife. Sir, if you must label people as being seen or not have seen the man's face, I believe that would be classified as the latter? The latter? But you were standing right in front of him, are you not? Or to the point, you were the person who followed him, weren't you? Oh, yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when they're talking with them, you see. He's autistic. Yeah, it's a good feature for a police officer. Still, I'm sure it was him. I bet my badge on it. And bet your badge on it you will. We're all like that. It's hard to stare at people. I feel that, Bree. Breeze. Huh. Saying that out loud makes a lot more sense. Breeze. But you don't know for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as seen or haven't seen it. Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify. Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or... Meekins. Oh my god. Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify. Yes, sir. You claimed the man who brandished the knife when he was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you were positive it was him. About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. That's questionable. Why? They only respond to registered footprints, sir. I wonder what kind of methods he's tried. The man opened the locker's door, which only responds to its registered fingerprints. Then he must be the person the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir. And this, too. Please stop using that fucking megaphone. How do you know that this information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir. People in the know? The workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. They listen to my romantic trouble, sir. Okay. For the record, the opened locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source. So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint. However, the most important detail is still not shown in this video. The man's face. Sir, if I may say something, sir. Please do. After all, you're the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is... unless the defense can find a problem with it. Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again. Is there a problem with the security video? All I can say, thank God. I'm gonna say there's a problem. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leads to a possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction. Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I propose we have the defense point out to this alleged contradiction in the video. You want me to point it out? Very well. Proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us the contradiction you speak of. In the video? This is the first time I've heard him do that. You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. How did this guy ever become a police officer? That's what I'm saying. Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates the man may have not been Detective Goodman? Oh, he's wearing... wait. So, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Rewind. Is he wearing a glove? That's Meekins. Okay, let's... okay. B's pause button, okay. Yeah, this song is gonna be my nightmares. I'm sorry, go back. Ain't no way this fucking badger managed to hide his face the entire time. Nah, that's insane. Wait a second. Okay, so that's where the blood comes in. I still think it's the fact that he has... I'm going to assume that he has gloves on.
Take that!
So... he's not... Okay, so it's not the fact that he has gloves on. He... You think you can see that face at the end? This is very funny. This game thinks it's very funny. Is it the fact that he was getting stabbed? Yeah. No, I appreciate the help, but it's like, what? This damn video. No, don't apologize. You're fine. Well, you got stabbed. You got pushed.
Take that!
I'm gonna just say this part. No, no. I didn't want to press. I didn't want to press that. I didn't want to. I hope the chat enjoys the song. The knife? That might actually be it.
Take that!
No, let me try again from the other part of the video, because the knife does look different. I think.
Take that!
I clicked it again. I'm so silly. I'm so glad there's a fast forward button. No, I clicked the Y button by mistake. That's all it was.
Take that!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, please give me a helping hand. Is that a handprint on this guy? Okay, that's normal. Never mind. Yeah, I had to be checked. I'm being very the word escapes me. I'm not paranoid. It's not that. Yeah, Kalon, I thought he was wearing gloves, but the problem is that the game didn't agree with me when I said that. I'm gonna try again.
Take that!
Not this. Do we know if the victim was left or right-handed? We don't. But, like... So here's my thing, right? I'm still on, like, the glove thing. Because, like, theoretically, if you had someone's fingerprint on a glove, you'd be able to use it, right? So, like... Could it be that he didn't recognize when the glove fell? I mean, you bring up a good point, because, like... Naturally, you would go to pick up a glove if it fell out, right?
Take that!
Is it... Did that actually work? The thing that's strange about this video has to be this. Yes, that is strange. Something certainly seems unnatural about that. What?
Objection!
Do they even know what they're talking about? Because I don't. Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright, but you seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise. The point? What are you looking for is one thing and one thing only. Something that indicates that man may not have been Detective Goodman. Oh yeah. Phew. I almost walked right into the defense's trap. You're the fucking judge! I'll place him under arrest, sir. Rats, I need to slow down and tackle these things one at a piece of time. How do I do? What? Man. Hold on. Hold on. You guys are seeing this, right? Yeah. Yeah, the light's on.
Take that!
Then it means the light. That means it was already open from the get-go. Officer Meekins. Sir, do you mean me, sir? As I understand it... Get this fucking song out of my head. As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the hand, it was open like that too. I didn't even catch that. When you grab the handle, the sensor reads your fingerprint, and if it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Yeah, the light is on. I didn't even real. It was on earlier, but that's because it was open. But that means it was open in the That's crazy. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind a little earlier. Okay. Okay, there we go. Here, notice that light? What's this? It's already lit. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker is already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Are you okay, Meekins? Order. What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. But the locks are controlled by an electronic system. When the door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely. The sensor will detect and report any malfunction. Oh well. It's just so novice like should keep their mouth shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh? Oh, maybe something like jammed the system sensor? Something jammed the sensor? Say. There's something else in that seems out of place in the video. Yeah, I thought so too. There's got to be another clue in somewhere in this footage. Very well, let's inspect the footage once more. I mean, they got a reaction. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. They got a reaction out of the glove earlier, so I'm going to assume that the glove did it.
Take that!
Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Because the glove got a reaction earlier, so that means it had to be part of the case. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out of doors when are opened. I often fall and roll out of great distances when I open my... What the fuck? We can't be sure that the item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock on the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? Okay, I don't know what Phoenix is cooking now anymore. I'm lost. This white thing that wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck on the door when I get out my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me. But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit the door. Not only that, it would have to block the electrical currents. It may be an insulator. It's an insulator, but at the crime scene, there just might have been something that fits the description. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door? Fuck. It does say extremely thin. And rubber is an insulator. I'm sorry. How did they expect kids to play this game?
Take that!
Why would a kid know that? I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was the victim's locker. It has the tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker, but that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is that not so, Officer Meekins? Sir, it would appear so, sir. Order, order, order. So we are to believe, then, that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? That wouldn't explain that. Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated the possibility, and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meekins? Please testify about this. Sir? Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke? Very well, begin your testimony. I ain't... This game is gonna give me a brain aneurysm. There's one other thing that protrudes this was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had his card. Used his card. ID card record, I see. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 514 is that of the victim. Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing that strikes me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There were only a few cases up for transfer there, and most of them were cleared up by noon. Right. I see. Now let's move on to the cross-examination. Yeah. Let's just do this. So, unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you? Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give the V for victory sign, sir. Couldn't he just use his right hand for that? Let's hear him out fully. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second. Is that the card hanging from your neck one of these ID cards? Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuff, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it. But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out of the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID chokes me. Maybe I should just leave this one alone. At any rate, each police officer only has one ID card. And both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this. Please proceed with your testimony. Let it be noted that this is the record and this is referred to. Let me see. Yes, that would be it. Detective Goodman. What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here. So it is, Your Honor. Not that prosecutor again. Hey, maybe he's behind all of this. Being a prosecutor, you can hide the evidence. You gotta go. Have fun solving this. Thank you. I hope you enjoy. You got the wrong color code. It would seem. I hope you have a good day, Raina. The inquiry committee will have you want to speak for you again today. I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wasn't any reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked? Everything seems contradictions. Let's point them out. What do you think? I'm confused. What? The problem is this. It's all too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this. You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's just show him what we got. I'm going to say that he couldn't have done that because I have it. Okay, it worked. Wait one moment, Officer Beacons. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene, the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. A lost item report? It's only half completed. But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess, you believe this something was his ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order. Order. So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins was encountered in his room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order. Order. Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. Bravo. Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. See up to. That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at the single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murderer in the evidence room is also a fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instance of the murder. That is... well, I guess that's right. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing out your finger around. This isn't going to end well. Well, it seems you've finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means the murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 of the day of the crime. So, the real crime can only take place on one location, the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The murder being Miss Lana Scott, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness. Observe the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Ah! I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in the evidence courtroom leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered, and where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. And just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something, or else Lana... What do I do? How do I get myself out of this mess? Well, obviously I object, because that's what we're supposed to do.
Objection!
One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked into that prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This crime assassination has proved one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. Okay. Where's he going with this? Did they just show me the entire fucking thing? However, cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further explanation into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor? If this court were to examine this further, all the witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for the incident. This just might be my chance. Time the call is heard and takes a stranger to the stand. Mr. Wright, do you mean... Your Honor, the defense requests a specific witness. Oh? Whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person who you would like to testify, what is his or her name?
Take that!
Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witnesses see upon... I don't know what the word is. I'm sorry. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you've figured out everything. I haven't figured out anything out. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma, you've always known everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Hope we're not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Okay. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run around while on duty. And on top of it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, Detective. You better be, pal. Hey, 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 hey. I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor's guy. That's okay. So have you brought what I asked? Oh. 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 You mean this, right? My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mrs. Wright's name when I making my request. My name? Never in a million years why I thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring in the SO9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SO9 incident? But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. I can't believe you, the Chief Prosecutor were a witness in that case. Miss Sky was a witness? Joe Dark Killings. Take it from me. You don't want anything to do with serial murders. Oh, what? Now about your stuff, you're gonna ignore me? Emma? But why? Why is your name in here? What? My name's in here? I don't know, unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana. The SL9 incident, is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark Killings. The Joe Dark... No, Lana. That's over with. No! Emma, wait. She ran away. You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal. I'm out of here. Jake Marshall, Angel Star, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth, not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you, you might just be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. Better take a good look at this file. That was a good 3 hours. I think we can finish this trial up and then start the next game up tomorrow. So, I believe I'm going to end stream. I want to thank everyone who watched and everyone who is still watching. I hope everyone has had a good day, and I am going to raid a friend of mine who is currently streaming. Well, let's see if they're actually streaming first. They are. So we are going to raid them. So, once again, thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a good night, and hopefully I see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.